You guys doing? This is important in reference to law and in reference to computer systems of law, where in reference to, in Washington, D.C., where the Supreme Court, or where the Supreme Court is at location, the location of the Supreme Court, they have a computer, and there's other software that people can get in reference to inputting information into a computer, which analyzes the information of how dirty government or dirty politicians or the criminals in government, the way that those people can get prosecuted, such as illegal investigations. They type in the information about what a person in law enforcement or government or politics and the things that they have done. It's about factual information, not about the lies or the tricks of government, people trying to frame me or them trying to frame anybody. But there's a computer system where they input the information of what kind of violations of government a government person has had, like them confiscating money. They type that into these people stealing my money. They type that into a computer, and it brings up a prison term. It brings up the information of what should happen to these people when they get sentenced, like them kidnapping me from my mother and father's mansions. It has procedure information too. So in reference to the courts acting like they don't know what they're supposed to do in reference to a hostage situation, or in reference to law violations of government or law enforcement, or people violating my life, or people trying to steal my mother and father's estates from me, or people abusing me, people damaging my face and teeth, people trying to steal my identity. If they type all that into the computer, it analyzes the information. It analyzes what the particular specifics are of situations. And then it'll either print out or it'll show on a display what kind of prosecution they're supposed to use towards these people that are doing these things to me. These people that have been holding me hostage, these people that have been stealing from me, these people that are trying to steal my identity. They have a computer system that they type in the information, and it tells them what the procedure is to prosecuting these people. And it even has impeachment information on the computer. It's in Washington or somewhere, maybe at the Supreme Court or something, where they type in this information and it'll tell what the procedures is in reference to prosecuting criminals that have tried to steal from me, people trying to hurt me, people trying to rape me, people trying to steal my identity, people trying to steal my mother and father's estates. It also has other things in reference to these people did this, these people accusated against me. They type in the information that these people accusated against me. These people trespassed on my anatomy. These people didn't have no warrant. They can't get no warrant. The information is there. They kidnapped me from my mother and father's mansions. It tells you information on that computer. Procedures of things that are supposed to be handled, such as I'm supposed to be back at my mother and father's mansions. Haven't received a letter from any of the groundskeepers. Haven't received anything from the lawn care company. Haven't received anything from any of the maids or butlers that used to work at any of my mother or father's properties. I'm the owner of the estates no matter what. There are all protocols in the media 24 hours a day. When they input these people's names into this computer, it keeps a log of the information about their violations, of them physically assaulting me, them stealing monies, them stealing gifts that people have tried to send to me, people stealing information of their people trying to steal corporate positions, which politician or which government, just a whole bunch of information. They type it into the computer and it analyzes everything about, their activities of what they have tried to do. And it tells them what the procedures are in reference to prosecuting some of these people. Like if this person did this or that person did this, it'll analyze that information and what the procedures are and what the sentences are for these criminals. It's kind of an interesting computer. They've had it for a long time in the court system. I guess they haven't been using it very much or something. But these people, it even says they say, this person claims that they they thought this or they thought that. No, 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 no. That gets typed in that they typed this person accusated, that person accusated, that person was burning me with a satellite, this person was stealing my money, this person was stealing phone calls, intercepting phone calls, these people trying to steal my family history, these people trying to steal wealth, or they're stealing finances, or they're trying to steal paychecks or benefit checks that I was supposed to have received. They type all that into the computer, and it analyzes what the procedures are for arresting them, what the procedures are for prosecuting them, and it tells you if a politician needs to get impeached. There's some software like that. It tells you if a politician tried to steal my mother and father's land, they have to get impeached. If a politician steals money from me or from my mother and father's estates, they have to get impeached. They have to get arrested. They have to get prosecuted and sued for the monies and for the violations when they have stolen monies from me. It says on the computer has that. You know, somebody will say, well, they thought this or that. We put that in the computer. They made up fabrications. They made up lies. They kidnapped me from my mother and father's mansions. They slandered my character. They damaged my face. They damaged my teeth. They tried to steal my Hollywood career. They've been blocking me from opportunities of movies and television and songs that I would sing. They blocked me from performances and movies that I'd have been in. That gets inputted into the computer. And it brings up, it should be a whole list of different things of what these people have done. And it tells you the course of prosecuting these people. And what the courts, obviously they're not using the software that is on that computer. They've not been using that computer where it analyzes the violations of these people. And there has to be court cases against that too, where these people had violated. They hit me in the throat with satellite, and they're burning my upper lip again. But the computer has this information on it, and it tells you what the course of procedures are. And the Treasury pretty much probably has access to some of that software or that computer where they're supposed to input the information. You know, people stealing my money, people trying to steal my identity. That computer is supposed to be at the Supreme Court, and the Treasury is supposed to have a copy, or they're supposed to have a computer that does that too, in reference to people violating my life, people trying to steal my family history or wealth or estates of my parents. It's never signed, never, never gave, never, never sold, never. I'm the owner of the estates of my parents forever and grandparents plus. Real protocols in the media, 24 hours a day, always and forever. And it's a prenup information, prenup in all categories. I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates, no matter what any court judge says. Anybody trying to steal, and these people tried to steal sperm, and then they held me hostage, and then they tried to steal the estates of my parents. They tried to move on the estates of my parents is what they tried to do, while they were blocking me from the properties of my mother and father's estates that they had kidnapped me from. It's like they tried to play the switcheroo. They kidnapped me from my mother and father's mansions, and then they had their government agents trying to impersonate me, trying to steal my identity, after my parents had gotten murdered by these government people. There's court cases every day. Those people are not allowed to be on the properties, and they need to get arrested for trespassing and for hijacking or trying to hijack companies of my mother and father's estates, of which I am the owner of. It's never signed, never, never gave, never, never sold, never, not ever going to, not never. I'm the owner forever.